Paper Lion's Dream. Paper Lion was a little lion cub who lived in a book world. He loved to read stories about flying, and he often imagined himself flying in reflections or in the clouds. He tried to explain to other animals, but they just laughed. They said he was silly for wanting to fly and would never achieve his dream. This made Paper Lion feel sad and lonely. One day, he was sitting in his room, looking at his drawings. He had drawn himself flying over mountains, oceans, and forests. He had drawn himself flying with birds, kites, and balloons. He picked up one of his drawings and sighed. He wished he could make it come true. He placed the drawing on his desk by an open window. But something unexpected happened. The wind caught the drawing and lifted it up in the air. Paper Lion watched in amazement as his paper self flew out of his sight. He felt a spark of hope in his heart. He thought, if my drawing can fly, maybe I can too. He ran outside and chased after his drawing. He followed it to a nearby park he'd never been to, where he saw a group of children playing with paper planes. He saw his drawing land among them. They looked at him with curiosity and admiration. They said they liked his drawing and asked him if he wanted to join them. Paper Lion was surprised and happy. He had never met anyone with similar interests, nor heard of paper planes. He said yes and thanked them. The children taught him how to make paper planes. They showed him how to fold, cut, and decorate them. Paper Lion was excited and creative. He made a paper plane that looked like him. He gave it a face, a mane, and a tail. He threw the paper plane in the air and watched it fly. He felt a surge of joy and pride. He ran after the paper plane and caught it. He looked at the children and saw them smiling too. Paper Lion felt warm and happy. He had never felt so accepted and appreciated. He said thank you again and went home for the evening. He decided to make more paper planes. He threw them all in the air and watched them fly. He felt a burst of wonder and delight as each one became better than the last. He decided to make one more paper plane before bedtime. He made a paper plane that looked like a real plane. He made it big and strong. He gave it wings, a propeller, and a cockpit. He threw it in the air and watched it fly. He felt a thrill of excitement and courage as he ran after the paper plane and jumped on it. He climbed into the cockpit and grabbed the controls. He felt the wind in his face. He felt like he was flying. He looked at the sky and saw it was clear and blue. He looked at the ground and saw it was far and small. He looked at the horizon and saw it was wide and open. He looked at his heart and saw it was full and happy. He thought, this is my dream. I can fly. He flew higher and higher. He flew over the mountains, oceans, and forests. He flew with the birds, kites, and balloons. He flew to the places and things he had always wanted to see. He flew faster and faster. He flew through the clouds, the stars, and the moon. He flew to the edge of his imagination and beyond. He now knew how to achieve his dreams, and that he was where he needed to be. He flew until he reached his dream.